age actually did play a very important role. Like when you are young and you are like trying to lead the people, like the doubt is there, the doubt from like the older people whether I can lead or not. So actually, for me personally, I do not try to convince them like by talking, saying that I could lead them or I could making like impact like a better decision for all of them. So instead of talking, the results speak much better.
Yes. Hello, everyone. Welcome to season 5 of the AUPP podcast. My name is Leah. I will be the host for today's episode. And in this season, we are spotlighting the amazing AUPP alumni that are here to share their journey and advice. So, without much further ado, Bong, please can you introduce yourself?
Thank you, Leah, and hello everyone. And it's very honor for me to be here today at AUPP, not as a student, but as a guest sharing my journey and my experience here today. So my name is Chanraksmey. I graduated from AUPP and University of Arizona from the class of 2022. Majoring is in business administration. And currently, I am the Chief Operating Officer at Centrogene Bioscience Cambodia, a genetic testing company in Cambodia.
Oh, okay. So that sounds really, really interesting. And could you tell us a bit about Zentrogene and what kind of products do you do or services that you provide there?
Let's see. In short, Centrogene is a medical testing laboratory that focusing on like genetic. It is our specialist, and we do provide a full range comprehensive testing or genetic testing. Those including from the fertility, from the oncology, the cancer, and rare disease, and also a public health surveillance as well. But at Centrogene, we are very well known for our NIPT, the non-invasive prenatal testing. So non-invasive prenatal testing or NIPT is like a very popular test currently, especially for it's made specifically for the pregnant woman. So the pregnant woman during their first trimester, so they are able to do the test, the NIPT test. So the test is used to do the screening to find the abnormality of the baby, especially in the genetic part, the chromosome part of the baby. And this test is a non-invasive and it's very safe for the baby. And currently, this require a very advanced technology, the latest platform that we call next generation sequencing or NGS as a short. So this platform, the NGS or next generation sequencing, is what other laboratory around the world that they are using. Is the frontier or in term of the genetic field. So we have those facility, we have those technology, and we have a team or experience in our laboratory right here in Cambodia. Actually, the Centrogene is not for me. It's not just a laboratory. It's a vision and mission that matter for Cambodia. So at Centrogene, our vision is to pioneer the breakthrough in genetic testing and also make Cambodia scientifically self-reliant. So it has been long time already that Cambodia rely on other country by sending, like especially in term of the medical part. So we do send a lot of tests abroad, like for genetic testing, the NIPT. Before we used to send it, for example, to Thailand, to Vietnam, to Singapore, and other country, and sometimes the United States as well. So this is the when we bring out all those tests to other country, it's create a lot of issue. Firstly, it will definitely cost more because we have to rely on other people doing the test for us. Secondly, the turnaround time will be higher because the sample has to transfer to the abroad country. And thirdly, especially during like the past few months, I think we all see that there's like a border conflict stuff. So the country they start to getting restrict, especially with Thailand. They are not like it's not very easy to send out the sample to other country anymore. So that create like a really big issue for like a medical field in Cambodia, especially with the genetic testing, especially with the a company or a client that they used to rely on like a supply on like a Thailand part. So at Centrogene, we could do it locally and with the same precision, with the same technology, and with highly experienced team. And on top of that, to pioneer the breakthrough in a genetic test and make Cambodia scientifically self-reliant is the fact that we are not only bringing the technology, we do the technology transferring as well. We train a lot of Cambodian scientists and we train a lot of like lab technicians to be able to do this type of advanced testing right here in Phnom Penh. And on top of that, at Centrogene, we do also have a policy and also like an encouragement to a local society, and especially with the institute or the researcher, is they have the project, academic project or it's a research project that they do need the service. We also have like a policy and also like a scheme to them by providing like a free testing to support their research as well. So all of those things combined make a Centrogene is a very important project to me as well because it have like a meaning
Yes.
for me and for our society as well.
Yes, and it's really it's really inspiring to see how much you care for this project, and it makes me wonder, what was your journey like after graduating from ABP and getting to where you are now?
Okay, I see. So actually, it haven't been like a straightforward path, or it's not like I was in the medical field or healthcare field in the first place. Actually, I would like to like move back, going back to the past. Like where do I really start? Actually, it's maybe like 10 years ago. I actually was started in like a media field, like photography. So my hobby myself is the photography, and I do love photography, and I learned a lot about the photography that back at 10 years ago. So back at that time, I end up like selling from the side hustle, like providing like a freelance service. So I end up selling enough to open a small studio, a photo studio. So that is like the very first taste of like entrepreneurship for me. So when you're opening your own studio, you have to deal with the client, you have to deal with the actual work, you have to dealing with the client certification as well. It's like you make sure you deliver what you promise, you make sure you're happy and you get paid. So back at that time, it's the whole team is only 2 and 3 people, and I myself is doing everything from like issuing the invoice, doing the shooting, doing the editing, and following up with the client. But those are like the small steps that I took back at that time that it led one thing to another. So after the photo studio, right around 2017 or 18, I started to do like the trading part. So those including the health supplement, the health product, and also some like FMCG, fast moving consumer goods as well. So those period of time give me a lot of understanding about the supply chain, the logistics. So those is the skill that I got from doing all of those type of the business. But right then, we know 2020 and 21, the COVID hit. Every business, everyone is suffering. Like me, myself, I also lose some debt of the business as well. But back at that time, everyone seeing is like that it's a hard thing. Everyone, some people are losing their job, some people are losing their business. For me, I'm losing some of my business as well. But like the word that they always use, there is always an opportunity in the crisis. So back at that time, because of like the survival instinct, I do like a trading on the personal protective equipment, that including the mask, the hand sanitizer, all of those things. And it's not like something that I'm really proud of. It's not something that glamorous. And but it's a pure survival instinct that you have like to, in every crisis you have to find the opportunity to make it through. So during that time, a lot of like for most of the people, they see it's like the hardest part of like their lifetime. But for me, I see it as an opportunity for me to adapt very quickly to solve the problem when everyone is complaining and losing some of like their revenue, their income. I for me myself, I start doing things that people sometimes overlook about that. So there's a lot of things that because with my experience in the logistic and like the supply chain that I learned along the way, I could outsource the mask, the glove, the hand sanitizer from the abroad. So that's how I going like survive during the COVID phase. And later on in 2022 and 2023, so basically right after I graduated, so I sell some of the money. And that is like the very first time that I step into healthcare. But it's not a Centrogene project. I went through another project. I established a project, and I call it NutriCare. It is a nutrition consulting center. And back at that time, because I was involved in like the PPE, the supply chain for the PPE, and I noticed that in Cambodia, there is a lot of opportunity. There is like a lot of things that has been missing that other country that has been provided for a very long time already. But in Cambodia, it's something that is very new, and it's actually we have the demand as well, but the those demand cannot be like supplied by anyone. So that's when I opened the NutriCare, the nutrition consulting center. We are focusing on preventive, like providing diet suggestion, diet plan to the client. So because we personally I believe that preventive medicine is preventive healthcare is something that we should focusing on, because when we go into a hospital, or when we are thinking of hospital, we are thinking we get sick first, then we go to the hospital for a treatment. But actually, a preventive measurement is a much better choice. So that can start with your diet, like the food that you intake. So those are the things that I do, and I did not do it alone. I have like a partner doing it as well. So later on, after the NutriCare, so I start doing I start to seeing a lot of more opportunity, and also the missing part of Cambodia as well. That's when I discover that majority of the testing, especially with a genetic testing, we had to send it abroad. So this is not only it very costly, it's not only take long time, and it's also something that Cambodia need as well. So that is the idea pop in my mind. What if we can do the genetic testing in Cambodia? So that is how the project or the Centrogene start. Actually, Centrogene is not the company or a project that I established in like from scratch. So Centrogene established in 2010 and in Hong Kong, and also the company is owned by the public holding company as well. So back at that time when I established the NutriCare, and I see the opportunity that we are missing the genetic testing in Cambodia, I start to find the partner, and I found the Centrogene as like a very suitable partner for us. So I approached to them asking whether do you are interesting, I do like a proposal, like a partnership proposal. But to be honest, back at that time, I don't think it would work as well because I'm just a young entrepreneur, it's like without much the experience. And they are like a very professional. They have the technology. They have like the establishment, like a very long establishment. Like since 2010, it's like also like already like 13, 14 year already. And they do have like a lot of experienced team. But as for my own philosophy or like my idea, always saying like I don't take always take a no. It's like it's always you can take a no, but it's only take one yes to make something change. So at the end of the day, I did try. I do like a proposal and pitching the idea to them, and surprisingly, it's worked. Like they do decide to invest into Cambodia, and that's when my position as a chief operating officer for the Central Gene start as well.
Oh, that's honestly incredible to hear that your journey not it didn't even start anywhere near medicine, but that it started like way long ago and like 10 years ago where you were just doing a hobby first and then it developed into something more for you. And was there ever a time after graduation where something like clicked for you and it made you feel like everything was like really moving forward?
I see. Actually, I do get that question a lot as well, especially from young people. Actually, for me, there is no magical or there is no eureka moment that is suddenly changed my life. It's just those small steps that I took and that make me become the person I am today. And those are like there's a lot of things that I learned along my journey. So every small step that I took, every mistake that I made, and every fear that I have to go through, those are the lesson for me that changing, making me become a better person, and also taught me a different thing once at a time. So if you're asking whether it's there like a one changing decision or like a one yes to make like the whole thing change, I would say no, but it's a small yes, like a small yes, the uncomfortable one that maybe you don't want to do it, but you end up deciding to do it. You end up to take the action. Those are make me like become the person I am today, and I got what I have today. And to be very frank, I would say my journey is not like a perfect or like a straightforward journey. It's have a lot of detour, a lot of trial and error, a lot of trying and learning along the way from like a media like photography to like do like a trading in the PPE, the personal protective equipment, to like a healthcare industry. Those is you can see it's all small. There is no related or like connection, but actually it is. It's the entrepreneurship that those three have in common. I start doing things that other people don't see. I start doing things that majority of the time if you go ask the people, they will say, "Oh, it's one work. It's not gonna work." That is like the the concept for the entrepreneurship. For me, entrepreneurship is something that you have to take the action. You have to believe in yourself and you have to take action. I always see it this way. There is not me, then who? That is like the question that I ask myself. So it's not me, it's not me that making a change, then who will? It's not me that taking the lead, it's not me that making a change, then who will do like the whole change. So from the NutriCare, the Nutrition Consultation Center, there is no such business in Cambodia back at that time. The same as like your genetic testing. Currently, we are the only first and only one as well. So those are the great thing that I love about entrepreneurship as well. You got to try, like you have the vision and you dare to do something new. Yes. So overall, in term of like the magical moment, I don't have like one big magical moment, but I see those small, just the the thing that I decide to do, the risk that I decide to take, those are the magical moment for me. But it consists of 1,000 or maybe 100. It's not 1,000 of the decision that I took that lead me to become the person I am today.
Looking at your day, it seems like it's quite busy where you're always like going around and you have to talk to so many different people. But if you were to look maybe a bit back in your career, um, what was one of the bigger challenges that you had to face as like a young corporate leader, and how did you overcome those challenges?
I see. I think in Cambodia society,
Yes.
age actually did play a very important role. Like when you are young and you are like trying to lead the people, there is a lot of doubt from the people that who are older than us. Like I'm not saying all of the older people like they have this mindset, but it's like a very generalized idea that like the young should listen to the old people.
Yes.
Actually, I did listen to them, like, but when you are holding like those positions, I'm working with like currently we have roughly over 50 people in total
Yes.
in Hong Kong, both in Hong Kong and Cambodia. So when I go into the meeting with them, some of them is twice my age, some of them is even almost triple my age
No.
because they are very professional. They are like professional in the field.
Yes.
They are like the scientists. There's like the bioinformatic team that have like a very highly experienced, long experience in this field. But being as like a CEO, actually I do have one senior that he almost like 60 year already.
Oh my goodness.
So like for me when I walk into like the meeting, especially during like the very early phase of like when I hold this position, is I always have like it is like an unspoken question that we are hearing that oh this guy is so young, why this kid is leading the meeting, why should we listen to this kid?
Yes.
So those are the thing that maybe I never heard them directly, but maybe it's just my feeling or maybe it's some like unspoken like question.
Yes.
But the feeling is there, like the doubt is there, the doubt from like the older people whether yeah, I can lead or not. So actually for me personally, I do not try to convince them like by talking saying that I could lead them or I could making like impact like a better decision for all of them. So instead of talking, the results speak much better.
Yes.
Yes. So rather than like saying I can handle it or I will handle it, I just going to do it and told them
Yes.
I just done it. So that is the thing that you have to prove yourself. So
Yes.
not through the word but through the action. So result is matter than your speech or your word.
Yes.
So those are something that I have to overcome over
Yes.
time. They can see what my decision or my directive is actually helped improve them and also improve for like the whole business as well. So they are like gradually accept that I'm someone that they could look up to or come to me when they have like a problem or when they have a question. And on top of that, pressure is also another important like obstacle or like
Yes.
the issue that I face as well. So being like in that position, you don't have like the luxury of saying I don't know, like I don't know what to do. That is just something that you don't have the right to say it.
Yeah.
Even though like I'm working with a very professional and very highly experienced team, there is always some accident
Mm.
that they cannot solve. They have to come to me, and I, in the position, have to solve it, like critically, like making the decision. And it's a very, for me to be honest, it's a very uncomfortable decision, and it's a very hard job for me. But being as the COO is something that I have to deal with, and I'm really appreciate that all of the experience and all of the lesson that I learned along the way from like being like opening the studio, those things get me prepare all those tasks.
Yes.
So since we are speaking of like the knowing why the people with the highly experience they cannot solve the problem, but I can solve those problems. There is one distinctive thing that I want to raise up as well. It is there's two words. Is one is knowing how to do it and knowing how to manage it.
Oh.
That is the two distinctive word or phrase that I want to compare.
Yes.
This distinctive two phrase is what make the good worker
Yes.
different from a great leader.
Oh.
So if you are knowing how to do things, you are very good, like especially with like a technical skill, for example, like doing the experiment, doing the analysis on the bioinformatic part. Those are the skills that you have to do like very good at the job, like to be like a professional in the field.
Mm.
That is great for the people to have that. They can raise to like a very high position, like a senior scientist or senior lab technician or lab manager as well. But knowing how to manage things is different. Knowing how to manage things, you have to firstly need to know how to do things. But
Yes.
maybe you are not doing like that great as like the people knowing how to do things, but you still have to know how to do it.
Yes.
Secondly, it's about the people skill. Like you need to look into like a bigger picture. Knowing how to manage things is you can look at the big picture. You can combine a team that like each of them have like a different technique. Each of them have like a different skill, but you put them together and it's create something. So I want to take like a real example of running the laboratory, so the Centrogene. So in our company, we have a lot of team, but we divide into two. One is the technical team, and one is more like a business development team. So for a laboratory to be successful in their business, if the company or the laboratory only know how to do like a quality test, but they don't know how to do the marketing, how could they find a client?
Yes.
If they know how to do a growth test, but they cannot provide like a very certified customer service, where the customer come back, where we got another client. So being like know how to manage things, you have to understand how a function work. Like, but you may or may not know how to do it very well, but at least you know like the whole structure or how it should work. So knowing how to manage things is we get all of the function together to make sure it's like a smooth operation. So we have like a team to handle the client, the customer service. So we have the team to do like a good test, like a good lab technician team, so they could provide a very accurate and high quality result. And at the same time, those results we get back to the customer service team, so they will provide like the result to the client. So at the same time, the marketing team or the marketing department need to work accordingly as well. So they have to do like a promoting, finding the client, creating like a branding. So it's one of the function in my, if I'm talking about my laboratory,
Yes.
it's one of the function is not working properly. Those will be like a very big problem. And that is my role to make sure all of the function working together.
Yes.
So that is how you are managing. So back to the pressure part, maybe when they are like good at one thing, for example, they good at doing the lab experiment, but for them they have no idea how to handle it with the customer. They don't know what the customer need. They don't know how to communicate properly with them. So when the issue arrives, they don't know what to do. I'm not saying they're bad at their job.
Yes.
They're really good at their job, but beside their scope of work, they don't know how to solve the problem.
Yes.
That's when they come to me, and I have to figure out like which function should we solve this problem. So that is for me, it is quite a very pressure job for me as well, because when we are talking about the issue, it's not always the same.
Yes.
It's always different.
Yes.
So that is something that really helped me grow as well.
Yes.
In a way. So I have to live with the pressure.
Yes.
Yeah, so those are like the downside or like the hardest thing of being in this position.
Yes. Looking at the fact that you had to face so much doubt when you were younger from your I would say like your seniors, and then at the same time like having so much pressure put on you, but did you ever feel like confident in like your endeavors and what you were like working towards? Like, did you ever feel like even though you had all of these like different things put on you, you still felt like you can still walk confidently forwards?
Okay, speaking of the confident, I would say the confidence is still there.
Yes.
But at the same time, I want to raise another word is the fear as well.
Yes.
The fear and the doubt as well.
Yes.
I would say I have confidence, but it doesn't mean I don't have like the fear or the doubt. The doubt and the fear is with me since like the day one. Like even now, I would say I still have fear, I still have doubt as well.
Yes.
But at the same time, I have the confidence and have the courage at the same time as well. So the doubt, it's not only from the people around you, it's also from within yourself as well.
Yes.
I think you may familiar with the term imposter syndrome.
Yes, definitely.
I think a lot of people, especially during our like young adult life, many of us going through that phase.
Yes.
And since the day one, I always like live with the doubt, live with the fear.
Yes.
But rather than ignore it, or rather than like eradicate it, or like wipe it away from us, I learned to live with it. Because when you are having a doubt, or when you're having a doubt to yourself, it's not a bad thing. It doesn't mean that you are not capable. That is something that I really want to emphasize on.
Yes.
It's not some like when you have doubt. It doesn't mean that you are lack of like the capability to do it. For me, I see it this way. When I have a doubt,
Yes.
I see it as like a signal that telling myself that I do care deeply about those tasks or those things. Because for me, doing things like a new, especially new thing, it's not always comfortable for me. Like for example, we can talk about this podcast.
Yes.
It's not something that I used to be done before.
Yes.
It's not something that I'm very comfortable with. I do have like a doubt and feel whether I could do it or not. But at the end of the day, you have to acknowledge those doubt, those fear. and you move along with it. It's a signal that you are care. You take the full responsibility. You deeply care about that project, about that thing. That's why you have doubt. So
Yes.
the thing for me is, even though I have doubt, I will try my best to do it.
Yes.
And most importantly, taking a decision to like taking a step forward.
Yes.
Rather run away when we have doubt, we run away from it. That is a really bad thing to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you have to have doubt, you live with it.
Mhm.
And there's a word say the courage doesn't come without the fear or the doubt.
Yes.
It comes despite it.
Yes.
So that is the issue. Talk as you ask me whether I have a confident or not. I'm not like a always confident guy. I would say is looking back at my university life or even before that, I am more like an introvert person,
Oh.
not very comfortable with people,
Yeah.
like not comfortable talking. But it is something that I have to learn
Yes.
along the way. But you cannot just learn the confidence from the book. You
Mhm.
cannot just read the quote or listen to any podcast or listen to any motivator saying you have to be the confident. The confidence cannot start before the action.
Yes.
It starts after the action. So you have to take the action first and you will be the confident.
Yes.
So
Well, thank you so much for that advice, because honestly, I feel like a lot of students, they feel scared to step into a leading position because they feel like it's such a big step for them. And for you to sit here and to like give your experience on it, it gives it, I would say that it would give a lot of students the knowledge and the realization that not everything will start off that big, and that it's something that they can make steps towards. Because even for me, I feel like I sometimes fear stepping into leader positions as well. And I would more or less give the same advice as you sometimes, that it's not something that you become, but more of like something you grow into.
yes.
Yes. And I wanted to ask, even though you experienced and you have all of this progression towards becoming a COO and having to solve all these different problems every day, and like facing different challenges every day with your team, even though they're like a professional team, what would you say is like the most surprising part about being a COO?
Okay. So I would say the most surprising part, maybe for me and also for other people as well, they see it the title is like their destination or like the end game,
Yeah.
like having this type of like the executive level stuff will make their lives easier. They don't have to work. They just go to the meeting making the
Yes.
decision. But it turned out to be is quite harder
Yes.
than doing just a regular job, because as you are step into this type of position, you are not only responsible for your action,
Yes.
you are responsible for the team that you lead, the company that you work for,
Yes.
and also the vision and the mission that we are standing for as well.
Yes.
So for me, the surprising part for me and most people as well, COO is not a very easy task.
Yes.
It's not like look like a rainbow and butterfly.
Mm-hmm.
It's take a lot of effort, a lot of like physically and not physically, not much, but mentally
Yes.
very much on that part. And the surprising fact is that I did mention that in order for you to become like a great leader, you have to know everything, how to do everything.
Yes.
But actually, it's like from one side, like from one perspective, actually being the more important thing being the COO is the you don't have to do everything.
Yes.
You just need to know how to do everything. You know how to manage it. So that is like, and also majority of the people thinking that if you are rising to that level or the like executive level, you don't have to do anything. You just like sit there giving the order. But it turned out it's not like, as I mentioned earlier, we have to prove ourselves as well.
Yes.
Like you have to step in when no one wants to do it.
Yes.
No one wants to care about it. So you have to step in, take the action. But that does not necessarily mean that you have to do everything by yourself.
Yes.
So there is no like a correct way of saying what is good, what is bad. It's all about the situation, the circumstance. So there is no like a proper playbook or like a blueprint or how to be successful on that part.
Yes.
You have to figure out, maybe my journey is different from another executive level journey. Maybe my view is different, my working style is different. But if we are comparing between the like the executive COO level and like a normal job, I would say being when I actually used to be like a marketing executive as well.
Yes.
It's much like more, my life is more better in terms of mentally.
Yes.
Because being in a higher position, there's like a higher responsibility as well,
Yes,
like
definitely.
greater power, greater responsibility.
Yes.
So those are like the thing that people like often not see, and so really surprising them. And also, speaking of like the thing that really surprising is, for me, after like being a COO, sometimes I feel like, have you ever seen the meme like the dog in a fire?
Yes.
I feel it sometimes. Like it's really like being a CEO, you have to make a well-informed decision.
Yes.
And another task for you is to ensure that you can make decision calmly without causing the panic. Even when everything around you going wrong, the operation went wrong, or there's some problem with any task, uh, everyone can be panicked. But you sh- you need, like me myself, I need to be like the center of the stability.
Yes.
It's a panic as well, the whole thing will going wrong.
Yes.
The decision that I make will definitely cause some consequence, either
Yes.
to our team or to the business itself.
Yes.
So majority of the day is I feel like that dog in the meme is like there are fire everywhere, but I can just say, okay, calm and fine.
Yes.
And to be honest, um, it's kinda like hard
Yeah.
and lonely as well, because even though you are panicking as well,
Yes.
you cannot show that you are panicking. You don't know how to do.
Yeah.
You have to stay calm and thinking of a way to solve it. And there's no way that I can say like, oh, I cannot do it. So if I cannot do, then who can?
Yeah.
So that is like the mentality that you have
Yes.
to keep on, like being ready all the time,
Yes.
being ready to solve the problem. To be honest, for me, just my personal feeling a little bit, sometimes like the decision that I have to make on like a daily basis is too overwhelmed. Sometimes I just want to take like, no, I don't want to do it anymore, like go away, like stop doing that.
Yeah.
But go throughout like my journey, I facing those questions a lot, whether
Yes.
should I continue or not, whether it's too much for me. But at the end of the day is the thing that I will keep in mind is, don't wait.
Yes.
You have to go out there and try, even just a little thing or like a little decision. You have to take those steps, even though it's uncomfortable for you, even though it's not something that you like. But as long as it's better for you, make the decision and go for it.
Okay.
And secondly, you should not focusing on like the image or like the title. You should focus on the impact. When you are doing anything, you are done focusing on how good is like for your brand name, or like how good for you as like a being like a boss or anything. Don't think about the image. Think about what when you do it, what do you learn from it. So the image is including the title, it's including all like the position or the thing that you got, like the fame or those stuff. Don't think about that. So like as you mentioned, you are used to work in like a food industry, but those are like not a very good looking thing, but it taught you a lot.
Yes.
So you should go out there, don't think about it. Just think about what can it get you, what impact or what you can change, or it even just in a volunteer or in a leadership role that you can take at a UPP, like a club leader or anything else. So the third one is don't wait.
Yeah.
Like very similar to the first one,
Yes.
right? But the point that I want to make is start as soon as possible.
Yes.
So the first one is about not to make like very indecisive, just go for it, don't think much. The second one is about starting with what you have, go for it. Even though you don't have don't use and you don't have the or you don't have that as the excuse, just go out there. And last but not least, believe in yourself. Believe in that we are the newer generation of Cambodia. There's a lot of things we could achieve. There is a lot of things that we could do, even though we are not come from like a wealthy family, even though we are not coming from like a very good knowledge about it. But believe in yourself.
Yes.
Just if we are combined, those four, like those 3 or 4, like advice I just give is just do it. Don't think too much.
Yes.
The first step is the most important part.
Yes. Well, thank you so much, Bong, for all the advices that you've given. On behalf of AUPP, we would like to give to you a AUPP jacket.
Oh.
So please thank
Okay, thank
you so much.
That looks great.
It's good quality and it's quite comfortable too. I've tried them on before. And
Okay.
could you spread it out to show
Okay.
people?
So is it my side?
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
Yes. And we've come to the end of the podcast now, and I would like to say thank you so much for coming here to share your advices.
Yes,
and we
it's
hope
a very
that
great
you-
honor as well to be here today.
we really hope that you are successful, continue going forwards in any of your endeavors.
Thank you so much.
It was really, really just an honor to have you here. And
Yes.
I would like to thank all of the listeners who have been listening from the very beginning. And I would like to give a really big shout out to Two Beans. Thank you so much for sponsoring some of these drinks. They taste amazing. And thank you so much, Bo.
Yes.
Thank you
you're
to our
welcome.
audience and our listeners. We will see you on the next episode of AUPP Podcast Season 5. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
If you have any comments, please leave them below. Subscribe, like, follow, and share to all your family and friends. See you all next time. AUPP. Study locally, live globally. Apply to AUPP today.